Well, do you know there used to be a market down the mountain Rubidoux in Riverside of South California? Do you know what that name was? Well, it's called market. Ha 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 ha. Here's a story that happened on the market. In the early 1800s, the farmer Mark Ramirez was selling oranges at the market. Mark owned a little citrus grove. His oranges were large and sweet. This morning, Mark parked his wagon along the street and left the oranges on the cart, got ready for business. Then an old man walked to Mark's wagon, begging for one orange. It was hard to tell whether the old man was a beggar or not, as his dress was not too shabby. But what's strange was he was totally covered by thick dirt, like he just climbed out of a grave. But Mark was a tough businessman. He yelled at the old man and tried to scare him off. The old man stuck around. Mark got angry. He came up to push over the old man. People on the street tried to calm down Mark. Come on, Mark, you have got hundreds of oranges. Giving out one doesn't hurt you at all. Mark gave him a little orange. He will leave you alone. But Mark wouldn't relent. He kept pushing the old man. At this moment, a young man came up, bought one orange, gave it to the old man. Thank you, young man, said the old man. I will invite everyone on the market to have oranges today. The young man got confused. So you have your own oranges? Why would you beg Mark then? I need some seeds, said the old man. He quickly ate the orange and spit in the pips on his palm and then walked along the street. He found a blacksmith's store. In front of it was a large square. He borrowed a shovel from the store and came back to the center of the square, dug a hole on the ground and planted his orange pips. People got intrigued. They came up to watch him. Then the old man shouted to the crowd, can I have some water for my orange seeds? There was one chef in the crowd. He was nasty. He went back to his restaurant and brought a kettle of boiled water. The steam still wafted him. But the old man didn't seem to bother at all. He poured the hot water all over the seeds. A smoke burst out from the ground and the crowd gave a painful cry. But suddenly they saw a bud come out of the ground and grow into a big tree. Then the tree blossomed, bore fruits, ripened. In a few minutes, hundreds of large oranges hung on the tree. Then the old man picked one orange, gave it to the young man who bought him the first one earlier. The young man took one piece. It's so sweet. The old man kept picking the oranges and throwing over to the crowd. Soon all the oranges on the tree were gone. Then he came back to the store, borrowed an axe, and came back to chop down the tree. It was a large tree, but the chopping labor seemed so easy for him. Then he dragged the orange tree behind him like dragging a little stick. He made a turn on the street, disappeared. Almost everyone on the street, on the market, was on the square when the old man was giving out the oranges. Mark was there too. He even got one orange from the old man. He tasted it. He thought, it's as sweet as my oranges. Then he walked back to his wagon. To his great surprise, he found all of his oranges on the cart were gone. What's worse, he found the harness shaft on the wagon was cut off and disappeared. The shaft was used to attach the horse. That means he would have to buy a whole set of new shafts that would cost him a fortune. Damn it, he stole my oranges. Suddenly, Mark realized it. He turned back to chase after the old man. When he got to the turning point, the old man was nowhere to be found. Then Mark noticed something on the ground, some dragging traces. The orange tree. Mark followed along the traces and got into a cemetery. The traces ran about 100 yards or so and vanished in front of a tomb. Apparently, it was a new tomb as the dirt on the top was still new. A tombstone stood in the front. It read, Reno M. Arvado, October 17th, 1794 to June 17th, 1849. Wow, Mark just realized this man just died 6 days ago. Then he found his harness shaft on the ground like a little stick. The cutting edge was still new. And then suddenly he noticed a commotion back to the market. It turned out the chef's restaurant was on fire. Okay, this is the story of the old man and the orange tree. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.